Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here for another one of our 7 days working from our favourite projects from 2022. And I thought what we would do is a revisit of the collage, oh gosh, what did I call them? Collage masterboard with vintage pictures or something. I can't remember now the title, and I only just watched it this morning. Memory like a sieve. But we worked with the Lewis Carroll pictures. Now, I've got this Lewis Carroll book, which has got all these beautiful photographs of these beautiful children. So this one worked really nicely for the project. But I don't want to be really boring, so I thought we'd use a different book, just because, yeah, I don't want to be really dull using the same thing. So I've got this book here. This is Children from Old Photographs. So it's obviously very, very similar. But there are some kind of group shots, which I thought might be quite fun to use. Yeah, maybe kind of something like that. Now, the pages on this are a lot thinner than the pages of the Lewis Carroll one, it has to be said. So that's a little bit of a shame. But, you know, it will still be fine. I'm sure it will still work fine. So I'm just going to put that one to one side. And then I've also got this one, which this is Leicester, a pictorial history. And there's some gorgeous images here of, well, gorgeous images, yeah. And that's the one that sticks out now. Obviously, I was not meaning that one. But some gorgeous images of around Leicester with these lovely houses and buildings and things. So, I mean, they look to me like they're probably, you know, Victorian, but I could be completely wrong. Again, the pages in this are a lot thinner than they were in that Lewis Carroll book, which is a shame. But, you know, like I said with the other book, I'm sure that they will still be fine. So, yeah, thin or not, I'm sure they will still work just as well. So, I'm just going to tear out a page. I'm just looking for, yeah, for a picture. So, I think this one's quite nice. Excuse me. Okay, so we've got a couple of pictures here. So, I'm going to use this one here, I think. And, yeah, this one here. So, I will just cut this down. Now, I'm going to cut it like that. Just so I've cut it out, but not down, if you see what I mean. And, yeah, we'll just cut this one down for a minute. Hope I don't live to regret this and wish that I hadn't cut them down, because obviously I've got to make my hole in my masterboard. And I did this the other way round in the original video. So I'd done the hole and then I kind of, you know, went with the photograph. But anyway, I'm sure this is going to be fine. Now, I've got some neutral masterboards here. So these are just book page collage masterboards. So they're done on book page. And I thought, let's come along and use a couple of neutrally ones. I have got a blue one there. So that I can mix them with some of my bright roses. So I thought that would be quite a nice kind of, yeah, just a quirky, different kind of perspective, really. So this one, just having a look to see. So I probably cut this picture down so we just have kind of more this central kind of area. Yeah, maybe kind of more like that. So I think we could use this masterboard, and then this one, again, probably going to cut this down quite a lot. Yeah, probably cut it down quite a lot. I hope this one's going to be okay. I'm now thinking perhaps it's a bit too big, but hopefully it will be fine. And I've got this with kind of some more orangey tones, so maybe I'll use that one. We'll see how we get on, and yeah, we'll decide kind of as we go. So I'm going to cut this down. Now I'm just going to cut this in half-ish. So again, just judging by eye, not kind of worrying too much if it is in half exactly. It's, you know, it's fine. So I'll just cut it down here. Okay. Now, the ones that I made previously, we did massive ones. Because those pictures in the Lewis Carroll books, they're quite big pictures. So, you know, we had to make them quite large. This time, obviously, as you can see, I'm going for much smaller areas. So, yeah, let's kind of do something like this. And then, again, this is just my 3-inch circle punch. And all I'm doing is punching it right next to where I punched the first one, if you see what I mean. And that gives you then your rectangle. So like that. Okay. Now, do I want to go bigger? I mean, we're just about getting those children in. I'm thinking we could probably do with going a bit bigger. So I've not planned this very well, obviously. So I'm just going to go in now. Oh gosh, let me put my glasses on. I'm going to go in now and just again line my square up with the squares I've already punched. So we're just extending that rectangle a little bit. Now I'm thinking we might not even go down here. We might just kind of have just these children in this picture. And yeah, not even kind of extend the rectangle, you know, height wise. We might just have it kind of more of a sort of long and narrow, because I actually think that looks quite nice. What do you guys think? Wish I could hear you. Yep. So yeah, I quite like that. I'm going to save this because I'm thinking that would be a nice base for a paperclip or something. So, I mean, it will probably just get buried on my desk and never ever be seen again. But for the moment, I'm thinking keep it as a paperclip, or for a paperclip. So this, now I'm wondering, because this book page is quite thin, I'm actually wondering whether I could just glue the whole thing onto this, because this is book page. And yeah, I'm actually thinking kind of the book page would be, you know, sturdied up by actually gluing the whole thing down. So I think I'm going to do that. Now, on the other one that I did, I used my patinas. Now, I haven't got any of the, you know, the bronzy colour patina left, which is a shame. So I've got coloured patinas, which I can't really picture them looking that great with this. That being said, I did say that we were going to use some of these bright roses, weren't we? And these are from my bright roses printable. So I'm thinking if we used kind of similar colours, that then we could use similar colour patinas, then this might be a way around this. I don't know. I have got some kind of bright bluey purple patina, so we could potentially do that. Yeah. Should we give that a try? So I'm just going to cut out, now do I want the same or do I want two different ones? I'm not sure. Right. So yeah, this printable, you get the two different sizes. You get these smaller ones and then you get the, you know, quite big ones. So I'm obviously using the smaller page ones. And like I say, I mean, this is probably about half the size, this one, of the one that we did with the Lewis Carroll pictures, because the pictures in the book were obviously dictating the kind of picture of the finished pocket, really. So yeah, obviously this one is, you know, significantly smaller, so, you know, therefore the pocket's going to be significantly smaller, and that's absolutely fine. You know, it will hopefully turn out looking lovely anyway. Okay, there we go. So I hope everybody's having a good day, maybe doing some crafting, having a nice time. I mean, crafting just makes everything better, doesn't it, to be honest? So it's such a miserable wet day here. I'm filming this on New Year's Eve, so ready to go up, obviously. You know, in the first week of the 2023. And yeah, it's just horrible today, really grey and miserable. So I've got my light on, so again, I do apologise if there's lots of shadow. But yeah, I just wanted to crack on because otherwise I might run out of time to film all the episodes before they need to go up. So yeah, I do apologise, like I say, if there is any shadow. But honestly, with the light off, I think you would, you know, not see very much at all because it is very, very dark today. Very dark and quite chilly. So I've got my heater on. Although, to be honest, I say quite chilly. It's probably not chilly. I haven't been out to the gym today. I just kind of did a bit of a workout at home. So, yeah, I don't know what the temperature is like outside. So, loving the look of that. I just wanted to add like a bit of colour to this. And to be honest, that just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So, like I say, I have got this purple patina, which I actually can never remember. Do I like this when I shake it, or does that make it lilac? Or actually, does that make it more purple? I can never remember. One way, so if you don't shake it, it's either lilac and goes purple. Oh yeah, it gets quite purple without the shaking. So I'm just going to put this around the inner edge a bit. Like that. Okay. I do love these patinas, honestly. I mean, I know I've talked about them endlessly, but yeah, they're just really, really lovely, aren't they? And I know I have mentioned that, you know, it's annoying because I loved that copper and bronze set. For some reason that, I think it's the copper, has run out. And now I've only got the bronze one left. You know, and that one's quite nice, but obviously it's much more orange, so it's not my favourite out of the two. My favourite was probably the other one. And it's just, can't get it anywhere over in the UK at the moment. It's just out of stock in every single place online anyway. Obviously I haven't looked kind of in all the shops, but, well, we only really have two craft type shops. We've got the Range and we've got Hobbycraft. And neither of those shops kind of stock it or carry it. So, yeah. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dry this quickly. That patina does dry quite quickly, but I'll just give it a bit of a helping hand. Okay. Okie dokie. And then I'm just going to ink these flowers up slightly, because they obviously have got the white, you know, kind of centres. So, oops. There's my ink pad. Got like a whole bunch of, you know, brand new ink pads. And can I see them? Of course I can't. That would just be way too easy, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to quickly go in just a little bit in the insides here, you know, where I've got the white space, just to kind of disguise that a little bit. Okay. Not going too heavy-handed because I don't want to actually discolour the leaves too much. Okay, right. So I'll just take this. Yep, I think the patina's dry now. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue the inside edge of the frame and then the outside edge of the, you know, the collage masterboard piece itself, because I'm going to glue the whole thing onto, you know, the whole photo, if that makes sense, from the book. And then I'm just going to cut around it. So when I made these previously, you know, I didn't do that. I cut the pictures down to just slot in. But this collage masterboard, I mean, it's just on book page anyway, so it's not the thickest. So it definitely, you know, I think the reinforcement of like the double thickness actually will be quite helpful. Oh, I'm so sorry, that's my phone. Hang on a second, let me just quickly pop this down because otherwise the glue might be drying. Okay, right, hold on a second. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. So, yep, that was just my nephew, you know, my sister's little boy, obviously trying to get hold of my daughter, who is honestly just, well, I assume she's in her bedroom. I've got my door shut because it's quite cold in my room, and I've got the I've got my new fan heater, so I've got the door shut. So whether or not she can't hear me or whether she just is ignoring me, I'm not quite sure, but he's trying to phone to obviously speak to her. So I said, I'm really sorry, but can you just wait for kind of 20 minutes and then I'll go and get her and you can speak to her then. So you know what it's like, if you just keep on stopping, you know, you're never going to get these things done. I've got to go and do some food shopping and things today, so yeah. Anyway, he was fine. Yeah, he was fine. Right, okay, so I'm just going to, yeah, get these flowers. Aren't they so pretty? I love that purple with this. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Now, just deciding Yeah, I think something like that. Now I have also got these rosebuds, which we used these rosebuds yesterday. I don't know whether these would look any good on here, but oh, they're a bit weird, aren't they? Yeah, I thought they might have looked quite pretty, but yeah, they actually just look very strange on there, because obviously it's, yeah, they haven't really got anything else like that on there, so it looks a bit weird. I've got some lace trim here, so let's try this. Oops, just got threads of something else hung on there. Hang on. Oh my goodness, how pretty does that look? I love that. So I was going to put the flower on underneath it, over the top, but actually I think that flower looked pretty good tucked under. So I'm just going to, yeah, be really lazy and hot glue this down. I know it's complete madness. I do not need to be hot gluing this down, but you know, wet glue would have been fine, but it's just a kind of speed thing. So yeah, okay, so we've got that one, and then yeah, the lace, I'm thinking maybe just kind of halfway along. I don't necessarily want it right the way along there, so yeah, let's just pop that like that. Oh my goodness, how pretty is this looking? Love it, absolutely love how it's looking. I must be having a purple thing going on this week, mustn't I? Because if you saw I think it must have been yesterday's episode, unless there was a mass making or something in between, but yeah, I made the purple you know, easy, quick and easy project. So yeah, I'm obviously feeling purple this week, so, which is weird because I did say, yeah, no, in that video it's not really a colour that I particularly use that much, but I am going to make a point of making a purple / whoops, lilac journal at some point this year. Oh my goodness, come on. Sorry, that glue's now just sticking on me. Okay. Well, I mean, it is very curly, you know, it's not straight at all, but I mean, personally, I actually quite like that. I think that's sort of all quite pretty when you don't have a straight line of lace. I think it's, you know, it's quirky, isn't it, to have kind of, yeah, different kind of shapes. Now I've got these frames here, just wondering if we could have a frame. I don't know, let's just take this and see. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I think it's set to rain the whole day today. So yeah, I haven't looked as far as tomorrow for New Year's Day, so I don't know what the forecast is for then. I hope it's going to be better. Grey and drab days, they're so rubbish, aren't they? Having said that, it's always such a great excuse, isn't it, to do some crafting, but I have got, like I say, a few things that I need to do today, so unfortunately I might not get back in here today, which is just really annoying. So my daughter's got some friends coming around to play, a couple of little girls coming around to play. Okay, so yeah, hopefully she'll have a nice time with them. So I just need to kind of obviously do my shopping before they come round. So right, definitely that's an up that way, up frame, isn't it? Do we like it with the frame or without the frame is the question. I mean, I was thinking up there, but to be honest, it then looks a bit weird when it's too high up, but to have it lower, it's obviously covering that girl's face, which is not great, is it? So, and the other thing was I did stitch around these on the last one. I'm not going to stitch around these today, really just because I haven't got time. So, you know, it's not kind of that I didn't love that look. I did really like that look, but yeah, I just haven't really got time to do that today. Otherwise I probably would have stitched again, you know, because I thought that did look really pretty and worked really nicely. Right, just having a look around to see if there's anything kind of like, you know, catching my eye that could go on here. I'm not seeing anything so far, which is a bit annoying. I've got obviously the small pieces, you know, from the Christmas freebie. Oh, what are some of these bits? Let's have a look. I know this sounds a really weird thing to say, but I'm even thinking, oh, could we have one of those purple hot air balloons, like in, you know, like in the photo? As if it's actually in the photo. I know that's a weird thing. And it might just look absolutely ridiculous, but let's just have a look and see. I mean, it's not really the right colour purple, to be honest, but it's all right. It's all going to tone, hopefully. Well, it might look rubbish anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, oh, perhaps we could have like the hot air balloon, like, you know, just in amongst them. So, and these, if you didn't get this, this is my Christmas freebie for 2022. So, you know, if you haven't grabbed it, do go and get it. It's on my website. So that's shabbydabbydoodah.co.uk. It is not on my Etsy shop. So yeah, if you're looking for it, it's not on my Etsy shop. And these are just my fancy frames. I think it's the set 2 of the fancy frames. So yeah, but do go over and obviously grab yourself the freebie. Okay. I mean, again, I've just pulled it in really because it was just, you know, just happened to be laying around on the desk, and I thought, oh, colour-wise, maybe that would be okay. Okay. There we go. Like that. Oh my goodness, how cute does that look? So, I mean, obviously I would just use that then as a little pocket. So I would glue it on 3 sides and just use it as a top loading pocket, or, you know, you could do it on 3 sides there, side loading pocket, or, you know, you could even do it as a bottom loading pocket. But how pretty does that look? I love it. So let's put that to one side. Right, let's do the other one, which was this one with the building. So obviously a very, very different image here. So yeah, we'll just kind of see how it looks. But right, now there probably is like a way to I mean, perhaps you're supposed to line that up like that, I don't know. Right, again, going to keep that because I'm thinking it would be like a good base for paper clips. Is that actually... Oh, let me put my glasses on because I can't really see whether that is the square or not. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to make a good job of this because it's unfortunately kind of out of eye shot. Not out of earshot, but out of eye shot. Oh, I did just about do it, would you believe? Right, so that was more luck than judgment. Oh, this one's not going to be too good. Unless we have it that way up, which we could, actually. Yeah. There's no reason why we couldn't. So should we have it like that? I mean, totally not what I was expecting to do here. You know, we've gone off at a totally different kind of direction. But, you know, I think that would look good. And for this one, I'm thinking some pink flowers, maybe. So again, these are just those small, or the smaller size of the pink roses from those pink roses, you know, the bright roses in my shop. So yeah, let's just cut those out. And I'm thinking I have got some bright pink patina as well. So I'll just have a look in a second and just see whether I have. Oh, do you know what? I'm now thinking actually I've got some bright pink sari silk. So I'm now thinking, oh, grab that bright pink sari silk. I don't know whether it's going to be bright enough, but yeah, let's pull that in a second and have a look. Okay. Yeah, I mean, these look very, very, very different, don't they, to the original ones that I made. So, you know, practically not even the same project at all. But, I mean, I'm doing them exactly the same way. They're a lot smaller. So that's the main difference is, you know, the size. But, yeah, they're, you know, they're hopefully going to look just as pretty. because I did really love how those ones turned out, I must say. So yeah, hopefully these will look just as good once they're done. Okay. Right. And, you know, again, I mean, it doesn't really matter how you cut these flowers out, to be honest, because we're going to ink it up and disguise any shoddy cutting. I mean, to be honest, I might even end up cutting some of that stem off, in which case, you know, I needn't have bothered with cutting all around the leaves and things anyway, but we'll just see first how it looks. Okay. Right, there we go. Okay, right, yes, obviously I do need to ink that because I've not made a good job at all of cutting that out. Ooh, just put that punch back on the shelf so as it's not in the way. Okay, right, let me have a look and see. Yeah, I do have some pink patina. Again, I can't remember whether shaking is the thing to do or not. So let's have a look and see. Oh, this one's clogged up. So, yep, it's not even working. So that's not great. Okay, let's unclog that. Okay. Oh, it's quite red looking. It's probably not great. So, yeah, let's just give it a shake, I think. So I will just try, but oh dear. Very, very red. So, yeah, not loving that. So just mop that one up. Okay, right, give this a shake. Do you know, I just had this horrible feeling the lid wasn't going to be on properly and it was going to go everywhere. Okay. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Yeah. So, oh, that is a yummy colour, I must say. Right, let's put these away. Okey-dokey. And yeah, just going to quickly patina around this. I mean, again, you don't have to do this type of thing. I mean, I patinaed, obviously, in the previous video. I patinaed those. And it just looked so pretty. I mean, in fairness, they were obviously using the, you know, that antique copper. So, you know, this obviously looks very different. But hey, you know, that's what we're doing, isn't it? We're trying to make them look different. We don't want to have them looking the same. This is project revisited, not project redone. You know, so we want them to look different. We don't want to just come out with, you know, identical looking things, don't we? So, yeah, hopefully these are like a new take on a different, or an old idea, a different take on an old idea. So, yeah, hopefully that's kind of, you know, that's what we're trying to achieve anyway. Right, again, I'm just going to dry that off with my heat tool, just because that patina is not forgiving at all. So if I end up dabbing that, you know, on the picture, it will just be on the picture. There will be no coming back from that. Okay. Okie dokie. So then this one we will just go in. So again, going to not cut that picture down and actually have it, you know, where I will then cut around the entire thing, if that makes sense. Because actually, you know, it is quite thin and it probably does need a bit of reinforcing anyway. So, yeah, I think that's probably quite a good way to do that. Now, do I want it more this way? So I have more of the street scene showing, or more that way, which then we've just got that side of that building. So probably more of the street scene, isn't it? Now, do I want it this way around or this way around? Yeah, probably that way around. Right, okay. So, going to glue this down. Now, this one obviously a bit more tricky because it's not going to go right to the bottom, if you see what I mean, of that image. So I'm just going to put my glue around here, and then here I'm going to just put it along the very bottom of there. Okay, so yeah, let's try and put it around about here. Okay, looking good. Darling, sweetie, your cousin was just phoning. Yeah, do you want to take that?
No. Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and then you can just FaceTime or WhatsApp or whatever it is that you use. Could you shut the door, please, darling, just so that I, you know, don't kind of hear you both.
Okay.
If that's all right. Thank you. Love you, darling. Yes, also, like I say, trying to keep the heat in here. Okay, right. But they are quite noisy when they're on the phone. So, yeah, probably best to shut the door anyway. So now I can just trim this around the edge like that. Okay. Obviously did not glue that very straight, but you know, it's all fine. It doesn't matter. Like that. If I cut that wonky now on that side, I think I have a bit. So I'll just go in slightly. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, I need to tidy up the bottom a bit now. Yeah. Okay, that's all fine. Right, let's get rid of these couple of bits. Oh, I'm loving how that looks with that pink. So, I mean, I'm a sucker for pink. So, yeah, for me, I just love pink. Okay, oh my goodness, how yummy does that flower look on there? Now, we've got a paler one now. I'm actually thinking, do we want to have two really bright ones, to be honest? And actually, I'm thinking maybe down there. Just going to cut another bright one, I think. Yeah, because I really love how that bright pink is looking. Now, I'm just going to see whether, yeah, because I'm thinking I could get away with cutting the stem off, which of course is going to make this just way quicker and easier to cut out. So let's just cut that down like that. Okay. I'm not sure whether I've even still got one of the Lewis Carroll ones that we made previously. I remember using one in a journal. I'm not sure whether I've still got the other one or whether I maybe put it in a kit or something. I actually can't remember, which is a shame because otherwise I would pull them in to kind of, you know, show you like how different these look, because they do look very different. Now again, and I've said this every day, I will try and remember to link the original video. Whether or not I do remember, that is a whole nother thing. So I will try and remember. If I don't remember and you'd like to see the original video and you can't find it, please do mention it, and you know, I can obviously then go back and, you know, link it kind of retrospectively. You know, it's not deliberate if I don't kind of, oh gosh, now I've got glue stuck on there. It's not deliberate when I don't do these things. I just honestly, I can't remember. So yeah, I do apologise if I you know, forget. Honestly, I mean, I barely remember anything. It's yeah, it's a miracle I even remember my own name sometimes. Right, so this one again can obviously take that off, just tear that, and I'm actually thinking, I wonder if I could have kind of a couple more of the leaves. Is that a bit weird? But maybe under this one. Oh my goodness, how lovely do they look up there? Yeah, they look good, don't they? So yeah, this one I can just have kind of like over to the side slightly. So again, just going to use the hot glue. Okay, like that. Okay, and yeah. So obviously we have been trialing, you know, having a pet, haven't we? And yeah, she is such a good girl. Yes, yesterday she was like, you know, like, yeah, asking us to go out into the garden when she needed the toilet and things. And, you know, I mean, she was obviously just finding her feet for the couple of days beforehand. And, yeah, touch wood, she's kind of like settling right in a bit more now. You know, because at first I thought, I'm not sure about this, because she obviously, you know, she'd obviously had a few accidents and things. And I thought, oh, this isn't going to be great. But, you know, she just didn't really know kind of where the garden was. I mean, I have to say this morning, she did not want to go out. She doesn't like the rain. My sister had said to me she doesn't like the rain. And, yeah, she just kind of stood at the door looking at me like as if, what? You think I'm going out there? I'm not going out there. In the end, I picked her up and put her out there. And my daughter then, well, actually, my daughter and I then had a fallout because my daughter was like, oh, Mum, she doesn't want to go out there. Don't be horrible. I said, well, she's got to go out there. She needs the toilet, you know. She doesn't need the toilet. I said, she does. She's not been yet this morning. I said, everybody wakes up and needs the toilet. So, yeah. So my daughter was probably ignoring me just now. You know, when I said, oh, she was, you know, she's in her room ignoring me. Because she was probably still sulking, because I'd kind of told her off. Because obviously I said to her, you know, stop it. You know, you mustn't interfere like that. You know, she has to go out. You know, even if we feel sorry for her, you know, she's got to go out. So, yeah, obviously I had to be a bit more stern than that. But, yeah, so she was probably sulking with me just now. And that's why she was not replying when I was calling her, you know, to come and speak to her cousin. So now I am wondering whether we could even kind of make like a little bit of a sort of side frame here, which might be quite pretty. I don't know. And then I'm thinking, ooh, just got these bits again from those Christmas freebie. Just wondering whether we could have any of those. I mean, this is not really the right colour pink at all, but we'll just have a look and see. And obviously her cousin, I mean, it was his dog, the dog that we're looking after. So I think I did mention my sister had, you know, 3 dogs. So, I mean, he's not dogless now. But yeah, so it was his dog. But yeah, they obviously, you know, 3 just pushed my sister over the edge. And, you know, obviously she didn't want to get rid of her or anything. And I'm not saying that we're having her or anything like that. But, you know, she just was finding it a struggle. And so, you know, his dad then, you know, was having her. And then, yeah, he's kind of had to go somewhere and, you know, can't now look after her. And, you know, it's just, yeah. So my sister said, well, you know, you can see how you get on with her if you like while he's away. And obviously, you know, we shall just see. Right. I mean, I quite like that bow on there. I'm actually wondering whether we'd be better off with a complete contrast for the bow, because that's not the right colour pink. You know, it's not the same colour pink as those bright roses. So I'm thinking, actually, are we better off, instead of almost looking like we've tried to match it up but missed, or, you know, failed miserably, are we better off not looking like we've tried to mix it up at all and go with something completely different? Oh, I can't tell you how much I'm loving that heater. It's so nice. Yeah. It's, you know, really nice and warming the room up really well. So, I mean, it's only really tiny. I mean, it's very, very lightweight and very tiny, but it is, yeah, quite kind of, well, quite efficient, quite effective. Right, do we want the other strip of lace? I mean, I do quite like it, to be honest. So I think, yeah, I think we should have it. Which way round do we want it? Probably that way. So I'm just going to cut this little tiny strip here from that header piece off as well. Okay, right, let's get rid of that. So I'm just going to put this down here. I'm just using the Fabri-Tac here. Now, unfortunately, I did dab the glue earlier on the picture, so I don't know, again, if the camera's picking that up. But that was a shame, because I've now got a sort of gluey blob on that picture, which of course is not ideal. But these things happen, don't they? So yeah, it's on there now. And obviously there's no going back from that. And it's smack bang in the middle of the picture. So, I mean, short of actually putting something like that in the centre of the picture, there's not really anything I can kind of do about it. It's, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, very annoyed with myself for dabbing that glue on there. So I'm thinking like that. I'm just having a look to see if we could do anything else. Oh, I've got another hot air balloon actually, which I'm not saying is quite the right colour, but let's just give it a try. I think this is a bit more green. There is another bow which is much more this colour, so you know, if we decide the hot air balloon looks cute, then maybe I will try the other bow instead. Or who knows, maybe this one will look okay. Okie dokie. I mean, again, shame it can't just go there. Where I've dabbed that glue. Oh, it's a bit weird, to be honest. Wherever I put it, it's a bit like, oh, that doesn't really belong on there. Oh, looks quite cute there. Oh, it's a bit strange. Yeah, I think it's a bit strange. So try as I might, it's not really got any place there. So I think I should leave it off and not get too attached to it. So just going to see if I've got any labels or anything that I might want to have on here. Oh, I have got this actually, which this I think was in the Christmas freebie. So but it's got pink, you know, pink tone to it. So thinking it would just go quite well on here. It is quite small. I mean, that's the thing. Obviously, these were meant for, you know, tiny projects. So yeah, it is quite tiny. Now thinking, oh, perhaps we're better off without the blue. Perhaps we should just have it with the label without the blue. I think. Yeah. Just going to check whether we want to have any other flowers. So I have got some flowers on my, these are from the Fun Photos kit. So I'm just going to just try these. Now these are from when my printer was messing about, so it's very blurry in places. The printer was just kind of smudging and yeah, not really behaving at all well. So yeah, I've actually had to have another replacement printer. I seem to have just nothing but printer issues. I think what I need to do is save up in the new year. Well, now, in this year now. Obviously, it's not that for me yet. But yeah, and maybe try and buy myself an eco tank or something like that. You know, because I think that would probably be a good investment. And you know, I'm sure that you know end up getting your money back kind of tenfold because they're so efficient. And to be honest, you know, it's not efficient. Obviously, every time I'm without a printer, it's really quite inconvenient and holds my work out, or holds work up quite a bit. So I think it would be better to just, you know, to get one of those. But yeah, they are quite expensive. So I just need to have a big think about it, really. You know, I mean, I'm sure, like I say, I would be pleased with it. You know, very quickly on, I'm sure I would be pleased with it. But yeah, I mean, kind of to justify the expense and obviously be able to afford the expense, I just need to kind of budget for it for a little while, I think. So yeah, right, let's have a look. I'm wondering about this, and actually I did do my stash of wax seals, didn't I? So let's see if I've got a wax seal that would kind of complement this at all. Got that one. That's not too bad. Not too bad. What's this one? Got that one. Oh gosh, no. I know this is not obviously pink, but it does kind of complement the leaves, which maybe is a nice contrast, although I've just glanced through the camera and thought, what? That looks awful. What am I even thinking? So yeah, and I'm sure you guys are probably watching thinking, what is she thinking? She has gone off of her trolley this time. So yes, let's not be too crazy with our choices. So yeah, let's stay safe and just go with the pink, I think. So we've got the pink one, and yeah, let's just pop our wax seal down on there. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? I love it. So like I say, on the original, I did stitch around them. I have not done that this time. Yeah, I'm just having a look on my shelf to see if I can see my original ones. Like I say, I know for a fact I've used one in a journal because I can remember using it. But unfortunately, I can't see the other one either. So I perhaps I've used that in a journal as well. I honestly can't remember. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? So yeah, just double checking. No, I can't see it anywhere. I mean, just because I can't see it doesn't mean I've used it necessarily, but it just means it's buried somewhere. But anyway, right, I digress. So this was our favourite project revisited for today, which was these gorgeous, you know, photo journal cards using the collage masterboard. So absolutely love how they look. And obviously, you know, these have been using the neutral, you know, a neutral collage masterboard, and then obviously, you know, different pictures obviously to the Lewis Carroll ones that we used previously. So yeah, I really hope that you love them, and you know, hopefully you feel inspired to maybe do something kind of similar. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much then. Bye.